a science professor, a vase, some rocks, some pebbles, some sand and some water. What does all of this have to do with finishing 2013 on a high? My name is Benjamin J. Harvey and welcome to this month's video newsletter. So 2013 is nearly gone, and if you're anything like me, you're wondering what happened to that year. Now, quite often we get a lot of the students coming up to us saying, my life is so busy, I can't keep track of time anymore, I don't know where it's going. And the fact is, quite often we get lost doing urgent things instead of sitting back and asking ourselves what's truly important. So one of the ways that I like to kick off a new year is to sit back and reflect just for a moment in certain areas of my life. Now, if you've been around the personal development circuit, you would have definitely heard the concept about the vase, the rocks, the pebbles, the sand, and the water. Now, if you haven't, the parable kind of goes along the lines of this. There was a science professor one day, he walked into a classroom and he laid out on the table a series of items. There was a small pile of rocks, there was a small pile of pebbles, there was a small pile of sand, and there was a cup of water. And the question became, how do I fit the most amount of these objects into a vase? And he pulled a vase out from underneath his table and he placed it in front of the students. Now, everyone had their different opinions of how to do that, but if I wanted to cut a long story short, what actually was the answer was to get the big rocks in first. So you place the big rocks into the jar, and then you sprinkle around at the pebbles, you then pour the sand throughout the pebbles, and then you finish it off with the water. And that is the most effective way of getting the most into that vase. Now that vase, I guess, resembles our life. When we want to get things done, we want to get the most out of it and really maximize our opportunities in life, we need to be a little bit more structured in how we set up our years. So going into 2014, one thing you might want to ask yourself is, what are my top 3 big rocks? What I like to do is reflect through all the different sectors of life, like family, friends, health, finance, investing, business, home, things, spirituality, mindset. And I like to look at all the different areas, but from that extract my 3 most important things that I'd like to get out of the year. And then I write those down and structure the rest of my year around those 3 core things. Quite often we're sitting up writing goal after goal after goal, and we're entering our next year with over 50 different goals, only to finish that year realizing we haven't actually achieved any of them. So my advice is do a little bit of reflection, find out what your top 3 items for the entire year are going to be, put them into your diary, go after them, get them, and make sure that they are fulfilling, that they line up with your values, and then just sprinkle some stuff around that, and you will have a knockout year. And I'm sure it won't fly by as quick as 2013. Now, if you're looking for some assistance around how you might be able to launch 2014 in the most effective way, we have an event coming up in January 18th and the 19th called the Turning Point Intensive. Now, just down below this email, you can actually find out more details. You can click on the link and have a read through all the information. It's going to be a fantastic 2 days. It's certainly worth traveling into town for, because this really will set your 2014 off. So have a good look at the event. Make sure you make a decision to join us if it's right for you, because I am absolutely certain it'll be the best launch pad you can have for 2014. Anyway, my advice is enjoy the rest of the year. Don't party too hard. Have a lot of fun and really contemplate what you gained out of the year and what sort of things you found enjoyable. So, until we meet again, share your light, live your love, click on the link below, and do whatever it takes to be your own best friend. I'll see you soon.